Soft guy era is about men getting revenge. It's an unfortunate situation, but this is the reality we now live in. A lot of men are walking away from Western society, focusing on themselves, their self preservation, and self care. So it's not entirely about revenge, but it is also about revenge. You see, there's songs dropping right now, like, so you're a single mom, and or this thing is blowing up. Men are not taking it laying down, and soft guy era started out as a joke, almost like a meme, but women became so angry and so infuriated by it that men realized that they had struck fire, just like many of the or gold, just like many of the most important discoveries we've made throughout history. They were all accidental. Even, I mean, look at gravity, the notion of how we discovered gravity. All of these things happened accidentally, right? It was completely accidental that we struck gold with soft guy era with the drizzle drizzle movement. And now women are basically like they're reeling because men are flipping the script on them and using everything that women have said to men for decades. They're throwing it all right back at them, and now these men are getting very, very serious. Men are the prize, and women have no recourse to this. And at the same time, they're still out there doing terrible things to get money from men. There's a video I was actually watching, and it's titled, uh, let's see if we can reword it a little bit. Evening Delights talk about their most expensive service, Companionship. So you guys know what I mean by evening delights or ladies of the night. So let's the video comes from the Quartz channel. So I'll link them in the description. You can check them out. Let's go ahead and jump right into the video.
Was new and I first went into the brothel, I thought that, men want sex. And I was so wrong. A lot of them, like I would almost go as far to say most of them are paying, yes, for sex, but really more for that companionship and that intimacy and that connection. I've interviewed at this point 53 women. I do ask them if they do place a premium on GFE, and they almost all say yes. And I ask them why, and they say it's, well, because I'm giving intimacy, I'm giving more of myself away. Which is interesting because you're also allowing someone to penetrate you, but for some reason, that intimacy is priced higher.
How amazing is this, guys? This is how insane Western society is, right? Where a woman pretending that she actually genuinely likes you and takes time to listen to you is priced more than the actual act in and of itself. This kind of illustrates where Western society has been going for a long time. Why men are running overseas, even the simple economy is moving overseas, because men are refusing to pay for something that is used up, that so many other guys have already had access to. Chad, Tyrone, Ray, Pookie, Enrique, Little Pancho have all run through, and now they're trying to repurpose it like it's brand new. A lot of them go to the church. They say that God has restored everything. He has restored their chastity. He's made them brand new. So the person they were before is not there anymore. That person is gone. That person has passed away. They're living their new life. They are born again, and you can't say anything to them because they are washed by the blood of Christ. Guys, didn't I say, like, didn't I not? I say it plenty of times. The streets lead to the church, and the church leads to the streets. So stay out of the church and stay out of the streets. Stay off the streets. This is just the reality of it. It's a vicious cycle. Absolutely vicious cycle.
We may go on out dates and go to his favorite restaurant or my favorite restaurant. I have been out with clients shopping. I've been to Vegas before. It really is just a treat to both people because it feels like a romantic getaway with someone that's totally focused on you and nothing else.
here. Some girls can fake it and be really good at it. But in that moment when I'm with that client, especially with that type of party, everything I say and do, the rubbing and touching, all of my feelings are into it.
Really? I believe that.
A lot of my GFE clients are much older men.
Now just imagine a man spends his entire life working hard so that he can have a 20-something-year-old pretend like, she actually likes him, to treat him like a human being, because the physical intimacy only lasts maybe a minute for a lot of guys. And some guys don't even get physically intimate. They're just paying for companionship. They're just paying for someone to be nice to them and treat them like a human being. Kind of the way a wife used to treat her husband 100 years ago. There's no recourse for any of this. There's 100% no coming back from any of this. And there's a comment that I was looking at on the video. So this is a comment from this video that you're watching. And I find this interesting. It says, this was from Hater. A boy asked a girl in a library, "Do you mind if I sit beside you?" The girl answered with a loud, angry voice, "I don't want to spend the night with you." All the people in the library started staring at the boy, and he was embarrassed. After minutes, the girl walked quietly to the guy's table and said to him, "I study psychology, and I know what men are thinking. I guess you felt embarrassed, right?" The guy responded with a loud voice, $300 for one night? That's too much. And all the people in the library looked at the girl in shock, and the guy whispered in her ears, "I study law, and I know how to make someone guilty." Guys, this is not a game. I told you, men are problem solvers. One of the last things that, the late, great physicist Stephen Hawking said was that to him, women will always be a mystery because he's just never been able to figure out what their problem is. The interesting thing is that men are problem solvers, and we are in, we know what their problem is. Now we're now in the solution stage. Okay, men walking away, the drizzle movement, soft guy era, Hakuna Matata. All right, this is really what it's about. And while there are a lot of guys who are just walking away and like, haha, there's also the other guys out there that they want to troll. They want to troll, and this is like, it's revenge. Let's make it very, very clear. There's a lot of men who are going to use this to get revenge. 100% revenge for everything that they've gone through. I mean, just look at this. What these women are discussing here is essentially what men are paying for now. Oh, you need to send a woman money via Cash App before she'll even go on a date with you. You have to take her, to at least spend at least $800 on her in a single evening. Now think about this, guys. How many men is she doing this to? Because a lot of these women, they go out every single day. They go out every night. They have a different guy every night. They go out every single night. They eat at nice restaurants every single night due to spending $800 at a restaurant every time these women go out. Sometimes they do it multiple times in a day. They're like, "Oh, I'm feeling I really want to go to this Italian place," but but it's like $1,000. Oh well, I'll find some guy to pay for it. So they've been having men subsidize their living for decades. They spend 20 years having dudes subsidize their living, and then once they're on their decline and they can't do it anymore, they want to turn around and make life hard for both men and young women. Oh, these older men should not be dating young women, even though they were dating older men when they were young, and they're trying to ruin it for younger women because they don't want the younger women to have access to these men. It's such an evil thing. It's absolutely so evil, but this is just the nature of Western society. And it's crazy when these men go over to the Philippines and these Filipinas tell them that, "Oh, I love you, I love you," and they're like, "I know my Filipina loves me." Dude, she does not love you. Filipinas they have a naturally loving personality, and they act like they want to take care of everyone. This is a part of their culture. You're confusing love with culture. She doesn't actually love you. She loves what you can do for her, and she can make you feel loved, but she does not actually love you. And a lot of these men don't learn that lesson until after 25 years of marriage. A lot of times it doesn't last that long. 5 years, 10 years, she breaks up with them. And the craziest thing is that you'll see these fools, they're still out here saying, like, after she's broken up with them, that they still feel the love, the love between the two of them is still there. Bro, you are nothing more than a tool for her, a come up for her. But a lot of dudes are like, well, I got, it's still a better bang for my buck than a woman in Western society. And they just keep on rinsing and repeating and going and marrying another one. Because some men will never learn. And there's a lot of men who just cannot be alone. I've learned my lesson. If I want physical intimacy, I'll go and I'll hire a professional. It's as simple as that. By the way, guys, don't forget that I have another channel called Angry where I discuss gaming, anime, geek stuff, nerd stuff, real world stuff, and whatever else interests me. There's a link to it in the description of the video. Go check it out if you're into that type of content. And also, don't forget that I have another channel called Men Walking Away. If you're enjoying the content on this channel and you want even more content like this, you can check out the Men Walking Away channel. I release daily videos on that channel. There's a link to that channel in the description of the video. Go check it out. Subscribe to my channel. Enjoy the content. Support my work. Soft Guy Era is about men getting revenge. I want to know your thoughts on this. What you think? It's not obviously it's not all men, but a lot of men are going to use Soft Guy Era to get revenge. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, Men Walking Away. And cheers.